Pakistan's Government X account confirmed Pakistan's purchase of 40 J-35 fighters, along with supporting weapon systems and other equipment. Multiple sources suggest China's Navy J-35 carrier-based version is in mass production, and China is starting production of the Air Force version, allowing Pakistan to acquire J-35 fighters first to maintain air superiority over India, deter Indian military provocations, and exert strong military pressure on India, forcing it to follow suit and buy expensive fifth-generation fighters. Some Bharat netizens online mocked Pakistan's government for lacking funds to afford so many fifth-generation fighters. What they don't know is that China provides Pakistan with fighters at heavily discounted prices, essentially half sold, half gifted. Even for fighters like the F-17, China transferred full technology and production rights to Pakistan, which has successfully exported them, earning foreign exchange. India, as a watchdog, has served different masters across eras, from Mongols to the British, Russians, and now Americans. India not only plays the watchdog role, but also provides its own dog food, bought at high prices from its masters. India's masters know it will always need a master. Whoever is powerful, India will follow. And for such a disloyal stray dog, kindness is useless. Only a stick keeps it in line. Thus, India remains humiliated by its masters, never experiencing true friendship or brotherhood. It cannot comprehend the decades-tested deep friendship between China and Pakistan, which money cannot measure. Based on current information, Pakistan will begin receiving J-35 fighters in the coming months, confirming my earlier speculation. I believe Pakistan will first send pilots to China for training to familiarize themselves with the fighter and may even propose modifications based on Pakistan's specific needs. The equipping process will start with a few prototypes before expanding production. The core principle is to ensure Pakistan's equipment advantage over India, forcing its Western masters to provide India with the latest fighters, whose true capabilities will then be tested in combat. Indian netizens have started fantasizing about buying the Su57 or F35, eagerly making videos comparing them to the J35. Yes, the Bharat Empire always wins PPT wars, with slide making as its core strength. The Su57, by its metrics, lacks sufficient stealth and advanced materials, offering no edge over the J35, a pinnacle of Chinese industry. Despite its role in the Russia-Ukraine war, it has no notable achievements, so I don't know what Indians are hyping about. Russia now heavily relies on China's help and support. Would it ruin ties with China for a few Indian rupees? Even if Russia sold Su-57 fighters to India, given Russia's current production capacity and war conditions, it must prioritize its own military. Losing to Ukraine would be Russia's greatest historical shame and a joke in modern warfare. So, Indians can stop dreaming about the Su-57. As for the F-35, I don't doubt the US would sell it to India for enough benefits. But with Rafale costing hundreds of millions per unit, wouldn't the F-35 cost double? Can India afford such prices? Your government debt and credit rating are concerning. What will you use to pay for expensive US fighters? Given Hindustan Aeronautics' reputation, Americans wouldn't trust it to maintain the F-35, requiring US companies to handle it, like the C-17. Can Indians afford those steep service fees? The F-35's readiness rate in the US military is below 60%, and the F-22 is below half. With India's poor infrastructure, wouldn't readiness be even lower? The Rafale isn't bad, but in Indian hands, it was crushed and humiliated by the J-10. Even if Lockheed Martin sold the F-35 to India, it would restrict its use, just like the US restricted Pakistan's F-16 from targeting India. Lockheed would demand the F-35 not be used against China or Pakistan. So what's the point of India buying it? India's Air Force is a hodgepodge of fighters from various countries, impossible to integrate. To overcome this disadvantage, it must adopt a full set of U.S. equipment. Beyond the high cost, delivery timelines are unpredictable. Don't think only Russia faces production strains. The U.S. and the West's arsenals have been depleted by the Russia-Ukraine war. U.S.-produced weapons prioritize NATO allies, enabling them to transfer stockpiles to Ukraine. Under China's strict rare earth controls, many U.S. arms companies have halted production, and even civilian firms like Tesla face significant challenges. Indian companies are also affected. The U.S. holds cards to negotiate with China for rare earths, but producing weapons for India will face restrictions. India can forget about obtaining rare earths for weapon manufacturing. Thus, I suggest Bharat Empire netizens quiet down and await the next humiliation. Instead of indulging in unrealistic fantasies on YouTube, find excuses for the next embarrassment. After all, you can lose wars, but never your mouths.